And we're buffing with me. Yo, you know what the puff is going on, man. We here with Trey Charles, by the way. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Shit was dope, man. That's the talk box, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about that and catch people up to speed on like what he's doing sonically, cause this shit is crazy right now. Let me pass you the weed, and you need to hit something after that, dog. I appreciate you having us in your home.
Thanks for having me.
And you know, I just felt like you were like an untapped talent out here in Vegas, and you were definitely somebody who I felt we needed to sit down with and just like express how we feel about this music shit and where things are going right now, because there's a lot of people out here right now really trying to excel in this musical game, but they're not connecting with the right people and don't have the right sound. And right now I think you have like a crazy sound that is untapped that people need to hear. So that's what I wanted to sit down and talk with you about today, because I feel like you definitely are moving the culture with your sound and the different opportunities that are in front of you right now and that you've been a part of. Tell people a little bit about your music journey and kind of where this all started, because I want to know a little bit more as we just met, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the music journey, man, damn. Think back like where it all started. I would say like middle school is where my actual journey started, you know what I'm saying? First instrument I played was the viola.
Okay, I remember the viola.
Then, from there, it went to percussion, drums, and all, stuff like that. So, high school is like when I really started to get into my bag with DJing, playing keys, picked up the talk box back then as well, you know. And that was pretty much the beginning, 2008. Yeah. It was the beginning of Trey Charles, by the way. I wasn't going by that name at the time. I was Young 3.
Young 3.
Yeah, there's a few people that remember me young at that journey, but yeah, that's pretty much the start of it all. DJing is probably what gave birth to everything
that you're doing now, right?
Yeah, that I do right now.
So you were DJing back in high school?
Yeah.
DJing like house parties,
school dances, clubs, all that type shit.
So were you like doing any of the actual like mixing and scratching, or was it just creating the playlist and just knowing how to hit play?
It was actual like taking crates of records. Like I feel like I was probably one of the last DJs to transition into from like the analog vinyl record era to what we know of today, Serato DJ and all of that type shit.
Okay.
So yeah, like when the Serato DJ or Scratch Live first came out, I was transitioning. I was still carrying 20 crates of records to do a 2-hour party type shit.
Wow, that's nuts, bro. Just to even think that people are still moving like that, you know what I mean? That's crazy. But so now with the whole DJing and shit, at what point did you say, man, I want to get deeper beyond the whole DJing? Like I feel like I could create the music rather than play the music.
Excuse me. Well, I started with one of my homies named Cam, who's actually a well-off producer right now in the game. And he was the reason why I got into DJing in the first place. We met in high school, mutual friends. Like, yo, you don't know Trey?
Yeah.
Trey, you don't know Cam?
Y'all gotta know each other, bro.
Y'all gotta know each other. Link up. So we linked up. He introduced me to his mentor, became my mentor, years down the road. And from there, man, like, it started with, like, I believe, battle rap. Somebody was beefing with me in high school.
Everybody remembers battle rap. It's still going on today. That's what gave birth to the artist, in me. Or made me want to pursue it more, because I was already recording, Okay.
But I wasn't taking it serious. I wasn't like, yo, I can actually profit off of this, or I can
a lot of people
become
who do
somebody,
shit
or
serious.
Somebody can become a fan of me. I wasn't thinking like that until about 2008, like I said.
Okay.
And
so that's around the time I graduated, 2008. If that age does that date me and stuff, so I was, ooh.
But yeah, so once I started getting into recording myself, the artist, writing, becoming into the artist that I am today, learning how to talk box, just doing shit with some of the homies, them beef records, you know, all that type shit. Like it started to become fun. I started, you know, actually going places with my music, getting in positions that I didn't even think I could get into, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that got me into doing like behind the scenes stuff with, you know, a lot of producers out here, a lot of artists out here. And that's just been my thing, just being the behind the scenes cat and just learning as much as I can.
Being in the right space.
You know, yeah, being in the right space, being in the, you know, just rubbing elbows with the right people.
Yeah.
You know, soaking up as much knowledge as I can and just catapulting that shit to a place where I'm like, I ain't even think I could be at, you know?
Yeah.
Or even talent wise, like.
Now, like, what has been more of like, I guess the passion, has it been more about creating the music and like the form of producing it and creating the beats, or have you wanted to express words on the beats as well? Or what's like more of the, you know what I mean, passion for what you do?
The passion, like, honestly, the passion is in creating the music itself. It's in creating the beats. I feel like the lyrics added on it is just a bonus.
Okay.
Because as much as I want to be a rapper or an artist,
Yeah.
I just want to create.
Yeah.
I want to lay like a foundation down for artists that I may be a fan of.
Producer is low-key an artist when you think about it,
Yeah.
because you guys are creating a beat, which is art in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because the beats can be listened to. So in a sense, it's just all about the verbiage in which we use and how, because that's why, you know, you see a lot of people like the DJ Khaled's and everybody now listen themselves as the artist as well, so they can double their profit on what they're doing, because they understand, shit, me making this sound is what's really making the beat hot or taking it to the top. So yeah, I'm gonna list myself as an artist as well on the track, rather than, oh, I'm just a producer. Or so, you know what I mean? Definitely you have a lane with that, with the way like that. I heard your beats, man, they're crazy. Like, you know me, we vibe and go in. I like to freestyle a lot, but definitely like the quality of the beats are all there, and I want them to hear a little bit sample. I know we did some of the stuff here. Who are some of the artists out here in Vegas, or not even just in Vegas, but you know, who are some artists that you've worked with that people might know of, or you know, listen to out here, who we can hear some of your work that I know you've done?
You can hear me on Interstate Fats Records.
Okay.
You can hear me on early jazz Laser Records. It goes by Laser now. Trade Voorhees.
Oh, shout out Trade. I know Trade Voorhees.
Who else have I been on? I've been on a lot of people. The Jones.
The Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. So many. Shabriel. To get away from the rap side, you know, if you want to hear some smooth R&B.
Okay.
Erykah Badu type vibe, Shabriel.
Yeah, I would definitely need that in my life from time to time when I'm smoking and I'm trying to be on some different, like just mellow vibes. I need the female, you know what I mean, type of.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
She got some fire, man. Like it's smooth. Definitely got some smoking vibes to it for sure.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to go check her out for sure, man. Y'all gotta go do the same. What's her name again?
Shabriel.
Shabriel.
Sabriel.
All right. We're gonna have to go holler at her and see what's going on with her music, especially with you behind the sound, because, like I say, like if you could describe. Because I know you have a lot of different things going on, but if you could describe your sound as a producer, what would you tell somebody, like, what's your main core of what you can do, even though I know you're so diverse, if you could just corner it at all, as much as possible?
I try to like, base my style off of, like, the stuff that I got excited about when I was a kid, you know. So a lot of people tell me like, yo man, your beats are like very Timbaland-ish.
Yeah.
Like, I take that as a compliment, because there's not too many people out there that can even get put in a bracket, you know, with this dude. And that's like my favorite producer. That's like God to me.
Yeah,
in a sense, in producer world, you know. So it's like, for somebody to say that, it's like, all right, so yeah, I'm doing something right. And my thing is all about the bounce. Like, when you hear my beats, I want you to dance. You know, I want you to feel something in your bones to make you just like, I don't care if anybody's watching me, I'm gonna act a fool.
Yeah.
Like, but to get back to the question, you know, it's like 90s vibe, 90s R&B vibes is, you know, really what I feel like some of my music translates to. And I try to modernize it. I try to keep it modern with today, but you still get the essence of
get some of those new sounds implemented with the same like kind of feel though. I know what you're saying, man. I tell people that all the time. Like whenever I talk to somebody about music, I always be like, man, the 90s was the best, bro. Like if you go back from there, it's like everything right there was like it was like the future and the past all mixed into like one era, and it was just crazy. Like it had some of the shit that we still hear today, but then it still had the vibes of all like the 70s and like just the funk and the blues. Like it was just a different time in music, man. So like anytime people create music, and maybe that's why I like your sound so much, is because it's just true to my childhood and the era that I'm used to hearing music. Like when I was growing up, all the songs I used to dance to and stuff was music from the 90s, whether it was in the early 2000s, by the time I was graduating high school, I was still listening to music from the 90s. So it's just one of them times where that was a powerful era in which like a lot of people are gonna remember that, you know what I mean? Just like,
it's like timeless.
Timeless.
It's like the stuff our parents grew up listening to.
Man, like,
you hear a lot of the stuff getting like resampled or like recreated, and
a lot of samples are now from the 90s.
Yeah, even like early 2000s. Which was still a great era.
Yeah. It's
like
it's a continuation. It's all the,
But that's pretty much where the talk box comes from as well. Is California Love. And,
California. Yeah. That's shit takes
Zapp
me
and
back.
Roger, I Want to Be Your Man, Computer Love, shit like that. So I wanna make music like that, guys. Bring it back.
And we're back. That was fun. All right. Yo, and we're back with Trey Charles, by the way, rolling up another backwood, getting higher. And we're talking about my man's sound right now and how he plans to move forward in this music industry and this cannabis shit. And that's another reason why I'm here talking with you, as well as like when you smoke cannabis, how does it help you create, in a sense of, is it something you utilize, or is it just kind of like whatever for you?
I mean, I utilize it in my everyday life, not even just for creating.
Okay.
It's literally my medicine. I deal with a lot of shoulder pain and shit like that, so
working them keys a lot too.
Yeah, I try to educate myself as much as I can on my terps and how cannabis can benefit me in the long run, not just for my psychoactive, smoking just to get high. Because there's some days I'm just smoking just to get high.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even in pain. I'm not dealing with no anxiety. I'm just like, man, I want to get high to the motherfucker.
Right.
Roll a fat wood, So fuck it. But yeah, like, I've delved in the cannabis industry as well the last couple of years. And that's helped me with the creative aspect as well, because now I know, if I'm going to the dispensary, what to actually pick up. I'm not really basing shit off of how much THC content it has. It's more so like, okay, what's the terp profile look like?
Yeah, what is it gonna do for me?
And if you haven't researched that, man, research that shit. It's beneficial. Like a lot of it is truly beneficial.
And that's why I tell, a lot of people who don't smoke cannabis, anytime. And let me put this out like as a PSA. For anybody who smokes cannabis and actually knows a little bit of information about cannabis, and you can pass it on to somebody who's a non-user or even a rookie in the game, school them up a little bit more so they're informed and they're not as unaware about the benefits of cannabis and what it can do for them. Even if they've like, oh man, I've tried it before and it just wasn't for me, you gotta be like, all right, did you know what cannabis you were smoking? Do you know what type of strain you was on? Who did you smoke it with? Was it laced with, not laced, but was it a blunt? Was it, it could have been laced, you know what I mean? But as far as, you just have to ask these type of questions, because not every weed, I can't say cannabis every time. Every weed isn't for every person, and they have to understand that. But when but they're willing to drink different types. Some people who don't, smoke are willing to try different alcohols, not knowing if they like them or not. And then, oh yeah, I don't like that. But they're not willing to try different cannabises. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this time and see how it makes me feel. So it's just one of those things, like, as we grow, not saying every person in the world has to smoke, but it's just one of them things, until you're actually informed of what it does for you and see if that's for you, then don't say, oh no, I'm just not into it and it just won't work. And that's kind of like just a little cop out for me, you know what I mean? So it's always nice to hear when you say, like, you're really into the weed. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, I smoke to smoke. You do know about your terpenes, you know about the different things that, come along with that. So, on the music side of things, maybe if rappers started knowing that instead of just smoking loud, they knew what they were actually smoking to actually help them be on a creative tip instead of just a high gone faded. I'm sleeping. I need the 2 cups of lean. I need the loud pack indica. Oh yeah. Oh, and my phone is ringing. All right, and we're back from all the bullshit. All right, so back to the music. We talked about some of the artists earlier that you had worked with. I know it was like a long list. We have a lot of up and coming artists out here in the Las Vegas area right now, even on the West Coast with California being so close. Are there any artists right now that kind of fit the profile of people who kind of like fit your style of what you have going on that you would like to work with or that you respect in the industry? In the industry? Or it could be an underground person. They don't necessarily have to be industry.
At this current moment, I would say Buddy.
Okay, I know Buddy.
For sure.
Right out of Cali, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Roddy. Sure. Shout out Roddy. I like Roddy right now.
I'ma just say a whole West Coast.
Okay. The whole West Coast sound is kind of like what is catering to your sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even like if you want to talk like Southern rap or just like style of music, like I feel like I could fit on anything, even with the talk box. Like I'm capable to fit on any style of music. I'm ready to work, motherfuckers.
All you Vegas artists out here trying to get with somebody who's really on their shit and a producer who's gonna really bring that work ethic and that genre, like that just book you got available, man.
Different vibes, man.
You told me you got like how many beats just sitting in the vault?
Some thousands.
You heard it, man. It's just ready to go. So it's really about artists who are looking to, you know what I mean, get in the studio, and cook something up, and really get to what they're trying to do. And that's really about the mission on what I'm trying to do is connect people right now who are trying to work with somebody who I know is ready to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people who want to get out there and be seen and heard, but they don't have the right sound. And they got to have a producer who knows how to work with somebody and be like, okay, what can we do? And with you just having that multiple type of genres of music that you tapped into, how did you like gain the musical IQ on all these different sounds that you come up with, as far as like, you know what I mean, you having the different genres mixed together? How did you develop that? Just
shit I was growing up listening to, just being outside the box. I've always been outside the box, as a kid.
Nothing's
growing up on the west side, skateboarding and shit, being one of few black kids to even be in the rock music or to be in a house music or anything. And just knowing the history of music, like knowing like black people who if it wasn't for black people, there would be no house music. Like, we are the inventors of that, and not many of us know that shit.
Okay.
So just tapping into my roots, pretty much, even as far as rock and roll.
Yeah.
That was our thing.
You passed me this?
No. It came from that way.
Casino over here. Get Casino a look. Show my boy Casino in the corner over here. Say what's up, Casino. Yeah, man. He's usually here for the interviews. Haven't been around, man. Busy life, man. But we're back on the road doing these interviews, getting back in with the culture in Las Vegas, letting everybody know who's the who. And this is one of the who's that you need to know, man, because this is a big year for you, man. I know you over here. You thinking about what's the next move in this music thing. So, what's one of the things you see coming forward this year? I know you got some planning into the year. So, what did you have planned musically and otherwise moving forward? What you have going?
Musically, dropping nothing but fire.
Yes.
I got some beat tapes coming out, some hook tapes. What I mean by that is it's a beat tape, but it already has the hook or chorus, whatever you want to call it,
Okay,
already
that'll be
into
dope.
the beat. You know, so for anybody out there that needs help writing or just needs something to freestyle to, that, you know, they hate freestyling by themselves, now you got me to freestyle with. You got me on the hook.
That's crazy.
You know, aside from that, I'm releasing my By the Way EP as well. I've been dropping singles, you know, leading up to dropping this EP.
Okay. Those singles are gonna show up on the EP as well.
Those singles, maybe a couple of bonus tracks, but we'll see.
You know how many songs we looking at right now?
5 so far. 5 for the EP.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, you can.
Any release dates in mind or?
No release dates yet. Just no Trey Charles Tuesdays. So just be looking out for any Tuesday.
Okay.
Just be ready at any given time.
Looking at their Instagram.
Instagram, just SoundCloud.
Okay, so
your favorite streaming service.
I just want to know who's gonna be notified first, so the real loyal fans can stay up to date exactly on how it's gonna be, you know, brought out.
You know, the real ones, honestly, like if you if you're part of my email list, you'll definitely be getting it first.
Okay, where can people sign up for that email list?
Reach out to me
via the IG.
IG.
Okay.
Hit the DMs.
And they can just hit you up personally and shoot the email to you.
Yeah, just hit me up personally, anyways. You know, let's connect. I want to know who's listening. I want to know who's a fan. You know, who's curious of, you know, if they want to be a fan or not. Tap in. You know.
Yeah.
I'll show you the whole catalog. I'll show you whatever you may need for me to convince you that you need to be a Trey Charles fan.
Yeah, because we were connected already through my boy, Casino, but we hadn't actually met. But then I was just like, man, I randomly hit you up one day, like, man, what's up, bro? You available? And came by, we smoked, vibed out, listened to a lot of beats. And that's when I started to, like, really see your talent. And I'm like, man, this is like every beat. I was like, you remember I was over here freestyling on beats the whole entire time. I was just like, man, this is crazy. You got some crazy beats right here. Like, he was like, yeah, bro, this is all stuff I just have available. And I'm just like, yeah, people have to hear this. This is just something. So like, I'm excited to hear you putting together the beat tape. Definitely want to be a part of like trying to help you get that out there and push that, because I just want to see you work with some more individuals and hear some more of the music that you have in the vault, because it's really just like one of them things where you waiting to crack the code and you get to get everything that's inside. So yeah, cause he over there, if he don't get high, he start getting lazy on the job.
Like the Snickers and shit, you're acting angry right now.
He stops rotating.
You're not
the
acting
camera
like
and
yourself.
Shit. Like he's like, I don't
Here,
care anymore.
Take this.
Oh man,
that's hilarious.
So, beat tape, EP with the hook. You got the hook tape on there as well. All 90s vibes still? Are we staying in the vein of like the overall sound, or what's like something that we can expect on any of these?
It's experimental. On the hook tape, you're gonna hear some shit you can shake your ass to. You're gonna hear some shit you can cruise down the strip or wherever it is that you're cruising that's sparking up. You're gonna hear something that's just gonna, you know, probably spark some emotions. You're gonna feel the music versus hearing it. Okay. You know. And there's a lot of stuff that you're gonna be able to feel versus just like I'm putting it on just to throw it on because the beat's tight. The beat's gonna be fire. Don't get me wrong, but they're gonna be fire because they're gonna spark certain emotions in you. Like last time you came through and I played the beats for you, you was just like, yo, this beat just makes me want to smile. I couldn't even mean mug to this even if I wanted to.
Yeah, like, I remember I said that. I was like, yeah, this song gotta make you smile. Like you couldn't even be mad listening to it. Yeah, it's just too vibey. So it's like music and the sounds, you know what I mean, do something to the body. So you definitely know like the importance of what music brings, and that's why they talk to you about like all the gangster music and all that shit, sending different vibrations and stuff and making you do bad stuff. But it is one of them things where like certain sounds and the combinations of sound will make you feel happy, sad, amped up, ready to go do stuff, you know what I mean? That's why the words amplify basically the beat in a sense, you know what I'm saying? That's why the words go over the beat, because sometimes some motherfuckers need the words to kind of like that's why when you hear that for I'm happy, like it's just like a happiness song. Everybody, anytime you're in the car, I know if you heard that Pharrell I'm Happy song before, you was in the car, you actually listened to it and you left it on, you started I'm happy, like look at that. Like it's just one of them things where you like the more you pay attention to stuff, like the crazier the in depth you get with it. So you know what I mean, with this music shit, you know, I only want to get deeper and really understand it more. That's why I've been in the studio with local artists. This other artist called CB from California. But man, it's just crazy, like the different opportunities that music bring. Like you said, how you've been granted opportunities that you never thought would happen. So yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, I want to see what's happening next, and we'll definitely be behind what you got going on for this music shit. Yeah. Are there any local artists that you want to like work with that you know of that you would, you know, want to say, you know what I mean, tell them to tap in with you? And I know it's got to be, you pay attention to the scene. So.
Everybody that be watching my damn fucking IG stories, I be trying to reach out to y'all. Y'all be acting brand new. Just tap in with the boy, man. I'm a humble cat. I just want to create and make good music.
We gotta get
be a fan, and I don't know, man. It's just weird. If you're gonna be a fan, be a fan. But I'm a fan as well. So let's create.
That's
Everybody,
all we
let's
wanna
work.
do, man. We wanna create.
Other than that, the number one artist I'm really looking forward to like doing music with, it's my man Saucy Downs. Like
Saucy Downs. Yeah.
That dude right there, man.
That's
like,
the man.
That's the man. That's the motherfucking man. That's who I'm rooting for. Like. That's who I'm rooting for sure.
All right, so Saucy Downs.
Saucy
man.
Downs.
We're gonna do
something. Shout out Saucy Downs. Sauce Mode.
Sauce Mode. You guys heard it right here, man. We gonna go down and try to get something linked up with Sauce what?
Sauce Mode.
Saucy
Sauce
Mode.
Downs. You know what I'm saying? Sauce
hey,
Mode.
I heard Saucy. I heard.
Sauce Dog, you know what I'm saying?
Sauce Dog?
Yeah, that's my guy right there, man.
SoundCloud, you can go check him out.
Yeah, you check Saucy out everywhere. Whatever your favorite streaming platform is, that man is everywhere. He will pull up to your crib. Look,
like the weed man?
Hit him on the Cash App, $31. He gonna pull up to the crib, bust down a Sauce Mode for you, he'll perform for you. Hey, but you gotta run that bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Hey, you heard it right there, man. You gotta come with the what, $31?
31. You can
31
get you
flavors?
You know, you get you a nice little custom-made Sauce Mode CD. Mm-hmm. You know?
Get sauced up.
Yeah, get sauced up one time. Like, I'm telling you, it's worth it too. Like, I ain't just gassing because that's
I don't know what to think of this get sauced up. I don't know if this is too explicit or this is like some slang for some other shit. But
it's just saucy. It's just saucy. It's just his name, you know. Like,
y'all gotta.
If you don't know, you gotta know. Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all gonna have to find out for yourselves, man. That's as far as we can go right now with this saucy shit. But I'm a little high, so I'm gonna let them. All right, man. So we were just. My bad. I was about to start laughing. That's why I just stopped. All right. You ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we were just talking about. My bad, dog.
This nigga too hot.
Nah, I just gotta like take one whole second before.
Shit.
How you feeling, Casino?
I'm straight, man. I'm just chilling. I'm high, but shit.
No, yeah, I'm at a point where I'm just gonna keep laughing at shit. All right, so we were just talking about you getting deeper into this cannabis game and the different things that you were trying to do. So what were like some of your interests and where you feel like you could go inside of the cannabis industry?
Oh shit, man. You know, I've always wanted to create my own strain. Not sure what the name would be, but you know, I've some years back I was able to, you know, go behind the scenes in the cannabis field and learn some shit from some, you know, OG growers and stuff like that, and that sparked my interest of like, let me get into genetics. You know, I wonder what it would be like to get into that and just be able to produce one of these fire strains that's gonna live forever. You know,
Weed does. live forever until they cross it with something else, and then you got
some other shit.
And some other shit.
But yeah, you know, like that's pretty much the main thing I wanted to do. I wanted to grow. That's a lot. That's a lot. But I mean, just being in the field and being around the plants, like from when they're young to damn near ready to fall over and have the end of their lifespan. You know, it's cool to see them. You know, it's cool to be able to just. It's cool to be able to smoke weed that you actually know where it's actually grown from.
And what was in it.
Yeah,
like, there's no denying, like, oh, man, there ain't no, I seen this, and that go into it. And have you actually tried to do your own grow yet? Or?
Nah, not yet.
Well, then, man, I haven't actually taken a real swing at it myself, so maybe we could team up and do a medical grow, get our cards and do it the medical way,
Definitely.
Legally, so there's no saying we did it the wrong way. But I know some people who are definitely who are good at what they do. If you go watch a previous episode that we did with Envy Closet Med Grower, he provides a lot of good information on how to grow on his page. But if you go check out our interview, he has some good tips and stuff that he talked to us about and was able to give us like a live presentation. So whenever you guys get a chance, go check out that episode as well. So if you want to take any like lessons, or we could talk to him about setting up and learning how to do it the correct way, because he's a award-winning medical grower.
Oh, dope.
So he knows how to grow, grade A medical stuff for patients. So I definitely trust him when I think about, cannabis. I do know a couple other people, but as far as somebody from like experience and real knowledge, that's somebody who you could be like, dang, he has like, he was telling us like a series of like millions of views. Like he has 7 videos and like 3 of them have like 1 million views on it out of a like 7 video series of teaching people how to set up their own home grow right in their closet. And that's kind of like where the name originated from, which was Envy Closet Med Grower. So I think we could definitely learn a thing or two and team up and try to just, put some good seeds in the ground and try to grow something.
Definitely.
From the ground up.
Well, I do.
Yeah, that's how we do it over here, man. If you, do you like to go to dispensaries, man? Or are you still like a street cat? You still like to pick up from your local dealer? No shame, man.
It's like 50-50. Like, if my street connect has some nice shit,
then it's a go.
It's a go. Or I got a close homie that grows. You know, sometimes I'll just go over there, holler at him, because I know like it's quality, legit. It's legit, it's no bullshit safe in here. It's like it's no different from going to to Whole Foods and getting some good food in your system, because like, hey, it's some organic. Yeah, I know it's great for my body. It's the same with weed. Because
my bad.
That's all good.
I went to like an organic food place recently, and I was just like, man, this is a crazy difference, like how much better it is. Even if you get the organic from a regular like Albertsons or something, it's still no comparison to like the stuff you can get at the like Whole Foods or what's the other one? Sprouts.
Yep.
Farmer markets.
Yeah,
farmer markets and all of them too. So. But my bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's like even like going to your, a local grower that you may know, somebody in your neighborhood that grows food. I know, like in my mom's neighborhood, it's a couple houses down. The old cat there. He usually like hooks the family up with some tomatoes, peppers, and shit like that. Just out his home garden. It's like, oh, that's love right there.
If I get some land, that's definitely like. Ago is like I'm starting my own garden and trying to grow all my own veggies.
Definitely.
Like that would be a dream come true, because that's when you're like self-sustained and you don't have to worry about nobody else, and you know where it comes from. It's like it's a different type of connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you rap on a beat you made, it's different than if you rapped on a beat that somebody else made. You know what I mean? The same kind of concept, is just a different type of connection with, and this is something that's like going back into your body. Damn, that's some like deep shit. I know I'm kind of high right now, but like if you think about it, if you grow
connect.
all your own food and you have like a little farm, whatever, everything that you like create with your own hands goes right back into your body. It's like a full circle of life type of thing, man. That's crazy.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah, so like that'll be dope. So that's life goals right there. Get some land, man. Like they say, invest in land and make sure you own that land forever and never give it away to anybody.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, leave that for your kids. So Vegas is growing. So as far as like, you don't plan on leaving Vegas? Or are you from Vegas, man?
Born and raised.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
See? Born and raised as well, you know what I mean? Born and raised.
You know it.
Everybody here is born and raised in the room, so you know it's just one of those hometown movements, man, where we trying to like do everything we can for the city, make growth in the city. I do feel like we're growing, so like getting land outside of Las Vegas is definitely a possibility, because at some point we're gonna start going over those mountains and breaking down, because everybody from California want to come here now. We got the Raiders, we got the weather, they coming faster than we can tell them, man. They crossing that border like, I don't know how fast, but shit, man, it's a crazy time right now, because like I say, we're growing. Everybody's coming here, so the possibilities of what can happen is like great, and it's just a great time to be here, doing what you're doing, making the music. I'm doing the interviews, telling people about the people already here, pioneering what they doing. So I'm gonna continue to always push that message and put all of my people that I know around me that I feel are working towards something on that platform to where we can be seen and heard. So just whatever you do, keep doing what you're doing. And I know at that time when all the people are here and they're ready to see you, it's gonna explode, because it's that time. 2020 is about to be a very explosive year. So treat it very wisely, and I think everything will work out very well with you and everybody you work with. Just keep being at the right place, right time, meet the right people, which I'm gonna help you do, because I know a couple people I want you to meet. So hopefully you guys can start working together and creating some more music with artists that are really trying to, they not having to look at you to do all the work, and they can put the music out and get it heard as well. So it's been positive, man. I'm glad I had you on, man. Is there any shout outs, anybody you want to give a thanks to about your movement? And
you know what, shout out to everybody that's out there and believing in themselves, like for real, because it takes a lot to believe in yourself,
right,
and just catapult forward and continue to do what you love to do. So shout out to you. And if you don't believe in yourself, get around some people that do believe in themselves and learn how to believe in yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Real shit, man. And you guys heard it here first from Trey Charles, by the way. Is there any place, is that how we can connect with you on all platforms to hear your music?
All
and
platforms,
connect with you on social media?
All social media, TrayCharlesBTW.
By the way.
Spelled like Ray Charles, just put a T in front of that bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Trey with an E, right?
With an A.
A, Trey, okay,
A-Y.
you got T-R-A-Y.
Yeah.
Some of y'all might T-R-E-Y, Trey, T-R-A-Y,
Charles
BTW.
BTW.
Trey Charles.
All platforms, all everything. You need to find me, that's where you can find me.
You heard him, man.
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's been another dope episode. We connecting y'all with the people in the city. We puffing with P. I want to thank him again for having us come through.
Yes, sir.
And you guys heard it here first. Go check it out. Peace.